comedy shows at the Fringe over the last 10 days, I feel like I should have a microphone and be giving you a repertoire of my best knock-knock jokes. Which, quite frankly, would probably be funnier than some of the comedy that I have seen as part of the Fringe. But I'm not going to subject you to that. My name's Sara Maude. I work here in Edinburgh as a hypnotherapist and psychotherapist, amongst other things. And I'm here this morning to talk to you about the 5 ways that you may be subconsciously self-sabotaging your own success. So before I get into those 5 ways, I'm just really curious to understand, what does the term self-sabotage actually mean to you? Don't all rush at once.
Holding yourself back.
Holding yourself back, yeah? Anybody else?
A comfort zone.
Comfort zone, yeah?
Like doubts that prevent you getting somewhere.
Doubts that prevent you from getting somewhere?
Procrastination.
Procrastinate? Oh God, you've all got my presentation.
Lack of confidence and self-belief.
Lack of confidence and self-belief, yeah, absolutely.
Laziness.
Laziness, potentially.
Not knowing when to say no.
Not knowing when to say no.
Negative self-talk.
Negative self-talk. God, you really have got my presentation.
He's a psychotherapist.
Yeah, absolutely. Self-sabotage is any thought, any feeling, any behaviour or any action that holds you back from getting what you want. It's the conflict between your conscious desire and your unconscious mind. But it's also a safety mechanism to prevent you from disappointment. And what I mean by that is it's often your mind's way of preventing you from getting hurt by doing what it thinks it knows best. But the trouble with the mind is the mind doesn't know the difference between what's a real threat, like a man with a knife at your throat, and you stepping out of your comfort zone and heading towards something that you want to do. Which leads me into our first, as Eddie's pointed out, reason for self-sabotage, and that's staying in your comfort zone. Now, I don't know about you, but when I left the veritable safety of the corporate world as an HR manager and became a hypnotherapist and psychotherapist, I was so far out of my comfort zone, I was on a different planet. I was completely a fish out of water. But as time goes on, you get comfortable, don't you? You build your business, you get some success, and it's a little bit like, you know, when you go on holiday and it's really sunny, and you get in the sea and you stick your toe in and you're like, oh my God! But slowly you get in there and the icy coldness doesn't feel icy cold. You start to get comfortable in the water. And that's a little bit what our comfort zone is like. When we stick our toe out there, it can scare the hell out of you. But once you're out there, the comfort zone expands. And so what I would encourage you and invite you to do is to think about your comfort zone. Because many of you here are entrepreneurs and have probably gone through that transition of being really scared to feeling okay about it. But what's it going to take for you to push out? What's it going to take for you to show up as excellent, to show up as great instead of just okay? And people that take more risks generally have less regrets than those that just play it safe. Now you might be playing it safe because, reason number 2, you're misusing your mind. Your mind is the most powerful resource at your disposal. And the amount of us that misuse our mind is, I see it every day. Now we have a conscious mind and we have an unconscious mind. And your unconscious mind is responsible for about 95 to 98% of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your behaviours, your values, and your beliefs. So if you're not conscious of what's going on up here, then your unconscious mind is going to be running the show. Now we have about 70,000 thoughts a day, and a majority of those are negative. And I'm going to do a demonstration which is going to show to you just how powerful a single thought can be. So can I have a volunteer? Again, don't all run at once. Okay, you can come and stand here. Now, when we are congruent with ourselves, when we're in alignment with ourselves, we're very, very powerful. So if I could, what's your name again? Penny. Penny, if I can get you to put your arm out. Have you got any shoulder injuries? No, okay. So what I'm going to get you to do, Penny, is you're going to really try and resist my pressure. I'm going to really push down and you're going to resist my pressure, okay? So I want you to say, my name is Penny.
My name is Penny.
Okay, so that's a really strong response. What a strong lady. Okay, where do you come from, Penny?
I come from Edinburgh.
You come from Edinburgh. Are you Scottish? Yes. Okay. So, I come from Edinburgh.
I come from Edinburgh.
Okay, once again, really strong. I was born in England.
I was born in England.
Okay.
And I was pushing
You
just
were
as
pushing,
hard. Yeah.
but you can't keep it up.
Yeah.
What I want you to do now is, as a group, I'd like you to send Penny, in your mind, a really loving, positive message. And again, Penny's going to try and resist my pressure. So if you can do that for me now. Oh, you're all sending a lot of love at me. What I'd like you to do now is send a negative message to her. Arm out again.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
You can. Dig deep. There we go. That was completely no resistance now.
Yeah. And that, as far as I was concerned, I set my arm as steady and as hard as I could.
Yeah. Now obviously we don't want to leave Penny in this state. So once again, arm out. If you can send a nice positive message. And there we go. Lovely. Thank you, Penny. Now, just to prove another thing, can I have a man?
What, a real one?
A real one. Just to prove the strength here. So arm out for me, Chris.
Good pressure now. For all of mankind.
3, 2, 1. Right. I want you to think about somebody that you really love. Something or somebody that you hold really dear to you, and really again try and resist my pressure. Really try and resist. Come on, Maude. There we go. Right, now I want you to think about somebody that really gets your goat. Somebody that really gets up your skin. Oh yeah, look, I've got one. And there again. Oh, thank you, Chris. Now, all we've done is use our thoughts. And as Penny and Chris have wonderfully demonstrated, the power of your mind to have a negative response on you or a positive response on you is phenomenal. Now think about this. Think about 70,000 thoughts a day. You're thinking 70% of those being negative. I'm not good enough, this will never work out, this pitch isn't going to go well, I'm going to be judged, I'm going to be criticised, God, I'm so stupid, why have I got to